Hello and welcome to ALW Collectibles. I am ALW and today we're going to be finishing off the seventh video for Power of the Prime's Dinobots. Quick reminder on what the Power of the Primes were. The Power of the Primes internet show was a third installment of the Prime Wars trilogy released by Machinima. It was available on YouTube. It was released in mid-2017. And normally I give you bios or anything else I have for information on the Transformer. For Volcanicus, there really is no information available except that he is a combination of the brute strength and the anger of the Dinobots. He is not highly intelligent, but exceedingly efficient with brutality and viciousness. So we're going to combine all of these today. We have Slug as an arm, Swoop as an arm. He rolled since my last video. Snarl as a leg. Sludge as a leg. And we have Swoop set up to be a leg. Camera point's a little high today because we're going to need it. He is going to be tall. So we're going to start with Grimlock. And I'm going to show what to do next. Now, I stopped at this point because if all you had is Grimlock, you wouldn't have the other pieces they show in the instructions. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the Prime Armors from Slug, from Slag, and Snarl. And I'm going to give Snarl's sword to Slug. I'm going to take Slug's gun. So now he will be holding two swords. And I'm going to take the gun from Sludge. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the Power of Prime's armor. I'm going to fold in the hands. And I'm going to angle the pin. Just like that. Underneath the arm is a peg hole. It is angled. You're going to take the Power of the Prime's armor. And if my Grimlock would stop doing this. It does fold in finally. But I find the best way to do it is to angle it in and then clip this down. And then just take the thumb and push it in like that. And then I take his gun and I run it up his back just like that. Adds a little more stability to this piece. Same thing. Fold the hand in. If yours has an issue like mine, put it back together. I have an extra one, so I know that doesn't have to happen again. So we're just going to switch those out, pardon me. Give me 1 minute. And we're right back where we were. This is actually an extra one I have. Flip up at an angle. And again, port underneath the front part. No matter how I do this, it's kind of hard to see it. Do it from the back. There we go. Push it in. Push that against that. Push this against his body. Take his gun. I put it in the thumb hole and push it up like that, so that's pushing against the back legs of Grimlock. Now what we're going to do is start assembling him. First we're going to take Swoop. There's the connector port. Connector pin, there's the port, and these just slide into place. Now we're going to take Snarl, same thing, connector port, again, pin, there's the port, slide it into place. We're going to give him some feet, 5mm peg, like I've shown before, there's the port, right on in. Same thing with Swoop. Now this Swoop is a little more of a pain in the butt to do it with. Bear with me. You can already see it starting to wiggle and move. And there's Swoop as a leg. And you can already see he's starting to lean back a little bit. Connector pin. there's the port, and this just drops into place. There is grooves in here on both of them, and grooves around the pin. Those grooves will just fit right in there, and that'll push that back and hold it in place. You'll see he's already starting to get heavy. Same thing. There's the pin. There's the port. And there he is, with Swoop as his additional leg. There is Volcanicus. So now I'm going to switch Swoop out. Actually, you know what? Leave him on for a second. Let's take a quick look at him with Swoop. I did have to adjust the camera, like I said, because he's a lot taller than anyone I've done so far. I'll do articulation and everything else once I put sludge on him, but now you get to see what he looks like. So let's remove Swoop, and let's get sludge in here. There's the pin, and right into the port. Swoop, cough up the foot. There's the port, there's the pin, and there he is. And you'll see he's already leaning forward. Power of the Primes, Volcanicus. And he is a big boy. And just for reference size, that's him. And here's Slash, who does not combine with them. But just for reference size, you can see how much taller he is than Slash. So now let's take a good look at him. Articulation-wise, he does have knee bend. He has hip. He does kick out, but once you start kicking them out of place, they really just don't go back to place right. 360 here, and like I was showing you earlier, again, that's how he's supposed to be configured. I do it the other way around. So now you can switch his hand. So you get that extra bend in there. His head does turn. No up and down movement. The thing with him, though, is once you start turning and moving pieces, he starts coming apart really quick. He does have, if they'd stay in place, ankle tiltage. Let's try this again from this angle. He has ankle tiltage. Both of them do that. He does have hip rotation. It's kind of hard to see this. I know it is. This thing is very awkward. Whoa, hello, I just knocked this thing flying. Awkward to hold. Let's take a look at him close up, all put together. Start at the top. Again, these do move. They are on ratchet clip. So, and combined, he looks good. He really, really does look good. I will give it credit. I like the way this looks overall. And I finally learned about this because I didn't read my instructions right away. I pretty much tried to figure it out myself. And my complaint about the tiny waist kind of disappeared. I realized Swoop's hand was in. Take a look at the back, which is pretty much basic. There's really not much to see back here. I just do this because I think it looks cool, and I actually think it helps stabilize these a little bit better. If you turn the legs the other direction, they will not fit in here. Some people might try to take the legs and go straight up and down with them. I've tried that, and these guys end up smashing into each other, and he looks like he's standing on a balance beam, and his balance gets even worse. Again, I wish they had some kind of counterweight on the back of this to hold it up, because the front of it pulls this thing down heavily. So I'm holding it on the back so it stands tall. And again, now we can take his Enigma of combination and put again in Grimlock's mouth. as I launch it through the table. There is no articulation on any of the dino heads in this mode, really. Everything except sludge, as you can turn it around upside down if you want. Snarl's head is hidden. Slags is up on his shoulder. Swoops is on the other shoulder. So that's it. This is Power of the Primes Volcanicus, the 7th video. It's taken me 7 videos to display them the way I want. Comments, questions, feel free to ask. Leave anything you wish. Always open to ideas. If you have a figure you'd like me to cover, drop a line. We'll see what we can do. If I have it, I can throw it in rotation and review it for you as I knock them flying again. So this is actually the full set. You got Volcanicus, Generation Select Swoop, and Slash. This is ALW saying thank you. I hope you have a good day, and I'll catch you on the next video.